The little girl is a cave. In fact, they are not serious people. If you don't believe me, you can see that they only have 3 fingers to take off their gloves. They don't have toes to take off their shoes. And they are all bald. There are beautiful pimples on their heads. This scared the little black man hiding under the table. The one standing on his head is the head of the witch. The witch is announcing a new plan. She wants to turn all the children in the world into little mice. She relies on the little potion in her hand. 1 drop for an hour, 2 drops for half an hour, 3 drops for a moment. The witches move their little claws to help the head. The head also enjoys this feeling. Just at the time of May Day, he suddenly smelled a child's smell. He pulled the table over and over again. He turned the table hard. There was nothing. The witch's head was going to look at the vent. The knock stopped him. It turned out to be the delicious little fat man. He also worked hard for the chocolate. You promised me 6 bars. The witch laughed at him. You see, ladies, not only is he fat, the witch guided him step by step. As soon as the time came, the little fat man began to change immediately. It's all like this. The little fat man is still thinking about his chocolate. Where's my chocolate? The witch's head screamed. The little fat man was scared out of his wits. This little step is quite flexible. The little black man, hiding in the ventilation duct, was very worried. The little white mouse in the closet spoke. I'll fetch him. The little black man was confused. Did you just talk? The little white man dragged the little fat man's big tail and ran. He pulled it back in minutes. The little fat man was scared by the big face in front of him. The little black man didn't have time to explain. The witch's head found them. He pulled out the little black man's ears. The witches were furious. A group of women held the little boy. Carefully, they poured something into his ears. The witch was excitedly looking forward to it. Soon, the little black man began to smoke. Suddenly, a flash. He turned into a little black mouse. He looked at the big blood basin in front of him. The little black man turned around and ran. The witch was ready this time. She was going to show her men a chest-breaking event. The little white man in my room was covered in blood. His teeth and claws were stabbed into the worm. The witch was in pain, but the hammer did not stop. The sound of the hammer was heard again. He rushed to the ventilation hole in a hurry. The 2 sons were dead. The witch reached out her rubber hand to catch them. The mountain is poor and the water is rich and there is no road. Luanhua is famous for a village. The little fat man flew across the sky. He gained weight, but the witch couldn't see anything. She just stuck it in. I think it's called a sour. The 3 little mice who escaped were ready to find their grandmothers. She should be able to turn them back. They went through the kitchen and ran through the lobby. It just so happens that someone is going up to the 4th floor. They rushed in with smoke. The little black man couldn't break the door. They took the rat ladder. They just pressed the doorbell. The cleaner found them again. The big broom was flat. Even the little fat man became flexible. Grandma heard the sound and opening a rat. The witch opened the box to get the money. The little black man took the opportunity to sneak to the balcony. The witch grabbed the sock. The witch grabbed the sock. The little black man was trembling inside. Grandma changed at random. She calmly fooled the witch. The witch suddenly felt that Grandma looked familiar. But for a moment, she couldn't remember. There was a knock on the door. She let go of her socks and opened the door. Grandma, who got the medicine, tried all the prescriptions. She didn't find a way to turn back. The little black man comforted Grandma. It's good if you don't turn back. You don't have to go to school. But as a rat, will you still take care of me? Grandma said with emotion. As long as somebody loves you. And I always will. The little black man suddenly thought. There's a lot of medicine in the witch's room. How many children will suffer from this? And it's no use just stealing the medicine. They could be redeveloped. The little black man thought of a way. He was going to put the medicine in the witch's soup. Let the witch become a rat. The rat was shocked. He put the medicine in a 5-star hotel, but he took the risk of becoming a water rat. He also got the soup made by the witch. After that, the little black man went to the lobby. He took the lead with Grandma. They sat down in various corners, waiting for the show to start. All the witches drank the pea soup. The head of the witch accidentally aimed at Grandma. He suddenly thought, isn't this the little girl who ran away many years ago? He even turned his bestie into a hen. He laughed at Grandma's cough. He didn't realize that someone was going to touch his key. The little black man took a ladder. Suddenly, a little witch screamed. She screamed and got up. She fell down and became an ugly rat. The other witches also got up one by one. One by one. The hall was a mess. Grandma took the opportunity to escape. She took the key and went into the witch's room. He was going to destroy all the potion. In a hurry, he dropped a bottle. The little black man and the others went to pick it up. When he looked up, the witch came back. He quietly took off his shoes. He was going to scare Grandma to death. Grandma was also a little panicked at this time. She just saw the witch reach out her rubber hand. She was still talking scary words in her mouth. Grandma said, the three little rats under the bed quickly came up with a countermeasure. The little white man and the little fat man aimed at the witch's toes. The little black man was ready to shoot the potion. When the time came, the witch was instantly healed. That's called a heartbreaking. The little black man was a graceful bubble line. The witch began to tremble. All he saw was a monster mouse. He stared at the three little rats. He swore to kill them. The little fat man in the run didn't forget to take away the good food. He thought the rat was dead. At a critical moment, a fish tank fell from the sky. Grandma opened the witch's box. Wow, it's full of banknotes. There's also a way to contact the witch all over the world. They immediately had a new plan. That is to eliminate all the witches. But what about this guy? Don't forget that there is a big black cat on the balcony. Although they never came back. But Grandma took care of them like a child. Let's watch the movie together.